Hey, good morning, folks. Race fans, STOL drag fans, Reno Air Race fans. Man, why aren't we racing in Reno this year? Well, next best thing, we're going to give you a little hangar tour, Hangar Hangs. You're going to see two of the three hangars. Check this out. New jug of racing fuel for the Super Cub. It's actually smoke oil from a new beast in here, 1944 Stearman. Got to apologize that my hangars are a mess. I just keep piling stuff here and it just keeps getting more full. You can see I got rafting equipment, paddleboard, surf gear, tons of skis in the back. Of course, the sweetheart here, my Carbon Cub. She's on 35-inch bush wheels. I got the TK Monster Shock suspensions, whirlwind ground adjustable prop. She's my baby. Of course, we got number 8 on the tail back there. I need to do more racing this next year rather than running. But man, oh man, I sure wish we were racing STOL drag right now in Reno. Here, I'll give you a little walk around, show you a few things, answer a couple of your questions, and hopefully try to skirt around my mess here. Somebody asked me how I got involved with STOL and off-airport flying. I was raised in Alaska, literally. Grew up flying with my pops. I'll be 51 here this next month. And it's really all that I've ever done, just fly airplanes. I love flying off-airport. I love the access that the off-airport environment gives us. And with that, we started STOL drag. We started STOL drag out in the desert at the High Sierra Fly-In. This should be the 11th year for HSF, but again, just due to all the craziness that's going on in the world, we elected to take the year off, do our part, be responsible with just letting folks deal with life and their everyday life, as that's a challenge in itself with our kids now. Oh gosh, distance learning, things are open, things are closed. It's a crazy, crazy time. And so we're going to go play in the desert, but we're not doing the High Sierra Fly-In this year. And here we are virtually talking about the Reno Air races. And man, I wish we were doing that. But again, we're out flying still. We're training. We're staying proficient. We're trying to fly every single day. At any rate, we're flying. We're doing our thing. You got to stay proficient. And obviously, training is proficiency. I have a heli ski operation in Alaska. There's some skis on my wall. Need some skis. And we've got surfboards. That's over there, a big race board. And then back here, I've got what we call my poor man's executive hangar. Oh, that's Carnage Corner. That reminds me that bad things can happen if you're not paying attention. We don't need to talk about Carnage Corner. There's a bent prop. Hey, check this out. I just got this really cool flag from my buddy on the internet. He makes those. He's a vet. And then, of course, we have the STOL Drag Cup. You can see some names that are on there. Look at this guy here. This is my new toy. This is my 1944 Stearman N2S-3. They made 1,700 of these. 275 horsepower Jacobs engine. It's got the clean kit. These things, as you know, are basically fire-breathing dragons. They sweat oil, but the clean kit captures it every night. It captures about a half gallon. We put it back into the oil. I've got a Velcro oil heater up on there. Heat the pan up, it comes on and off. But how would you like to see some biplane STOL drags? We're gonna do it. I'm taking on Kyle Bushman, Ragwood Refactory, in his N3N. He's got that big N3N. It's a monster of a plane with a 985, 450 horsepower. But I'm 275. I'm lighter on the nose. I'm lighter by about 1,000 pounds. And I think I'm gonna take him. But how would you like to see some STOL drags at Reno? How about the biplane STOL class? That would be pretty cool, huh? The old Stearman, I'm absolutely in love with it. The aviation history that goes behind it is just something else. I always say this is the aircraft as to why we are speaking English and not German, and trained our kids to go overseas. After about 10-15 hours, they got into the Mustang after this, and or the Spitfires, the P-40s, you name it. And they went and started chasing the Germans. Can you imagine? I think about all the kids that flew this, trained in it, potentially went to war, potentially didn't come back. And man, the history and the historical factor of this thing is something else. So people are asking how they get into this off-airport STOL flying. You know, I tell people, go fly your airplane. Proficiency is a big one. Fly, try to land, pick a spot on the runway if you're landing at a paved runway. Use that 1,000-foot marker. It's a great spot. They're usually 150 feet long. Land on the back edge. See if you can stop before that far side. I like to use the 1,000-foot markers more so than the threshold, just for the sake that if you did come up short or have a problem, you know, you got this big long runway that you can at least, the 1,000-foot markers are great practice. The off-airport world, there's a little bit more of whatnot that goes into it. You know, they say that if it looks smooth, it might be. If it looks rough, it is. But you can take that spot landing that you learn at your regular traditional paved runway or grass strip that you're using, and you can go that into the backcountry. Then, you know, a spot landing is critical because you have to be able to land on your spot, get on the brakes, hold directional control. Of course, the power and energy management to get to that spot is also critical. And that's an area that a lot of pilots we find are weak, just with the fact that their power and energy management skills, they're so used to going and flying and just sort of landing on that big runway without any real objective or plan. Again, a good slip to a landing, pitch controls airspeed, hold that airspeed through pitch, bring the nose around, don't let it drop unless of course you're slow and you need a little speed, but hold that airspeed right to the line, chop the power, put on the brakes, come to a complete stop. And really, that's STOL drag in itself. You know, we do that in the off-airport environment. We do that every time we come and land. And the power and energy management, the spot landing, directional control, that's all a big part of STOL and how we fly in the backcountry. I hope you are looking forward to next year. We can come back to the Reno Air Races. We can have STOL drag like we should at High Sierra. STOL drag at Reno Air Races. Man, it's a crazy year, crazy times. But I'm going to go fly this baby right now. Warming up, putting some sunshine on her face. That's really all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoy, and check it out. Here's some good racing footage from Reno.